So you looked at your human design and now you're confused as fuck, maybe a little overwhelmed, probably more anxious than you were before, and that's totally fine because I'm here to help you out. So if you click the link in my bio, you'll get to my website. It's got this real pretty stuff. All you want to do to look at your body graph on my website is just type in all your information there. Hit view your chart and it's going to pop out your chart. Boom! Now, the fact that there's an overwhelming amount of information displayed here is actually a good thing, because what we've done over here is simplified all this shit for you. This is going to be the stuff that if you start to Google strategy, manifesting generator, to respond, inner authority, emotional solar plexus, you're going to figure out so much, and you're not even necessarily going to have to understand everything that's going on here. Now, I have all of that information right here in my reports. $20, $13, pretty cheap given the value that it's bringing. And for those of you that are like, okay, yeah, cool, I want to be confused and complex and overwhelmed, what does all this shit mean? Cool, let's look into it. So this is called the body graph. There are 9 centers. You've got 2 pressure centers: head, root. Pressure to think, pressure to do. 1 manifestation center, that's the throat right there, that manifests your circuitry into reality. Okay, it's not about like manifesting your dream car. You got 3 awareness centers. That's the spleen right there that keeps you healthy, helps you survive and shit. You got the ajna, which formulates answers, conceptualizes intellectual shit. And then you've got the solar plexus, which is your feelings, your emotions, your spiritual and your relational awareness. Those help to translate the pressure of thinking and doing into manifestation. Then you have the 4 motors. You got the root, which in addition to being the pressure to do shit is also the energy to move forward. You got the solar plexus, which in addition to being awareness of your emotions, it's also the energy, okay, to discover the truth, move through catharsis and, be emotional and shit. You've got the sacral, which is sexual, creative, life force energy. This is what builds the world. Then you have the heart, which is the energy to prove yourself, specifically to be the best, to be first, to be in control, and to provide. Then you have a G center right here, which this is your identity. This is where love and direction comes from. Now you'll see obviously that some of these guys are connected, like this 360 is on, these 2 are connected, this 4130 is on, they're connected. They're colored in and connected. They're defined. The reason they're defined is because somewhere 3, see how that's black? That means it's going to show up over here. This is your personality. This is your conscious placement. These are the arrangement of the stars and planets when you're born. And this red one over here is your unconscious self. This is your design. It's your body. This is 88 days before you were born. That red stuff is going to show up on the chart right there. 42 red, 32 red, 58 red. 38 is red and black, meaning that it's over here in the design and in the personality. When the centers are defined and they're connected by channels that are active by bridging gates, these centers are consistent. They're defined. They're fixed. They're always on. They're like speakers that just never shut up. The white centers, this is an undefined center. This is an open center. They're different, okay? The undefined centers have what we call dormant gates, and the open centers have nothing going on in there. You see that? Undefined, undefined. Also, the gates in here that are in defined centers but don't connect, we call those hanging gates. Just a little bit of a terminology flex. You know what I'm saying? So the entire purpose of this body graph is to give you a visual representation of your energetic body, of the electricity and the circuits that you have available. The bullshit of our lives is that most people are using the opposite of what they're given to manifest their life. They're using their throat, whether it's defined or undefined, to manifest a circuitry that fills in all of these gaps, as opposed to using what is already there. This is, of course, like being a farmer and being pissed off with the sun and the amount of rain that you get and the conditions and the land. Like, dude, that's what you have to use to grow your food. You're a farmer. As a human being, most human beings are so caught up in what they're not, and they never get around to accepting and loving who they are, because somebody else told them that, oh, you can't have that, or your emotions are too much, or you think too much, or you're always in a hurry, or you never hurry enough, you don't know when to hurry. Looking at your body graph is, it's crazy. It's like we're gonna look back on this in like 10 years and be like, holy shit, this is like the most amazing thing that we have ever discovered. So in addition to finally coming into contact with your true self, there's a bunch of other really cool shit that you can do, and I'm going to show you on the computer. As I said earlier, you can buy some reports. That's going to literally go in and detail all of what this means, all of what this means, okay? Saves you a lot of time. And again, 20 bucks. You could download this image by hitting download PDF, and you can also create a relationship chart. So you can see how you and your crush, or you and your boss, or your employee, or your business partner fit together. And of course, if you scroll down, you can book a session with me. I do personal reflections, I do relationship reflections. If you've got a family, I do families. And if you've got a business, I do businesses. If we scroll down a little more, I got t-shirts, which these are custom made by my partner. I also have a Discord community, which looks like there's almost 60 people online. I'm about to go live here on the stage and talk about the transits. We have the best human design app ever created, Neutrino Design. And also, if you get to the bottom, I have the archive, which will help you retrain your walking, running, and throwing patterns so that you can disassociate with the driver and the person that works at the laptop and the person that's always on their smartphone. You can disassociate with those postures and start to reassociate with the human posture. The same way human design helps you disassociate with your conditioning, the person that you think you need to be, and helps you reassociate with the person that you were born to be, according to your electric self and electric body. So anyway, yeah, that was a lot. But it's good. Like I said, it's good. There's a lot of information for you to dig in here too. And the coolest thing about human design is, you know, you're not going to get better overnight. But you can learn some things and start to make decisions differently, instantly. Okay, this is the only system that I see where it's like, hey, you could just stop making fucking decisions with your brain and start making decisions with your sacral. Go and listen and do that shit, and your life will dramatically change in a month. Like, there's not a lot of systems out there that will actually do that for you. You got to learn a bunch of shit beforehand. But anyway, I'm rambling now, so hopefully I'll see you in the Discord. Peace.